Una good evening, my country people. Na news at 9. I carry come una the mouth from Wisdom Yard Television. My name na Toyosi Adeshino. Make una listen to the koko wey dey inside the tori. NLC, TUC suspend nationwide strike. Wetin go happen next? Tap swap. Plenty danger dey inside tap to end crypto wey dey trend for Nigeria. As the topic of virtual and digital currencies, also known as cryptocurrencies, they become more popular for Nigeria. Plenty platforms they come up every day where they promise to reward people with crypto points, where them go fit convert to cryptocurrencies and earn money. The latest now plenty mobile applications where users guys only they tap on their phone screen several times to earn points, and the points go later translate to money. Most popular among these types of crypto platforms are Notcoin, TapSwap, Hamster, Combat, Popo, etc. Some people say them don't earn money from some of these platforms, but others now still promises them they make as them talk say them never fully launch their project. Most of these platforms are usually from Telegram people go fit download them. Or even when them they for App Store, person guys get Telegram account before you go fit get access to them. That na big red flag on him own, according to Ejike Okonkwo, one sabi tech person wey don dey the crypto sector for over 10 years. Oga Okonkwo tell BBC Pidgin say plenty risk dey for people wey dey sign up to some kind platform wey nobody really know who gets them. And the first risk na the fact say na only through Telegram person fit get access. Telegram na platform wey dey very liberal. Anything fit happen there. Person fit create accounts there without any verification, and person fit delete chats anytime. Na one platform where you go assume say hackers go like to dey use because restrictions no too dey e talk. Okonkwo explain further say the risk dey for people to lose money. Even though as e be now, the platform no dey ask for money yet before people go begin tap to earn. In order for the person to claim the point where you don't earn, the app fit require the person to submit their crypto wallet, and that na potential risk to lose money because you no know wetin fit happen. Also, dem fit ask you for some kind payment for them to double or triple your points for you. Remember say this na project whenever they launch, if it turn out say them no go ever launch am and people money go just go. As people they interact with this platform with the hope to earn money, them go they get different tasks to carry out, such as like or repost a social media post, to join online forums, to do live broadcast, etc. Most young people no go even read the post when the app tell them to like or repost. Them go just repost because say they won't earn tokens. If it be say the post na illegal something, and the person go enter trouble with law enforcement for waiting you no know. Oga Okonkwo also talk say some of these crypto platforms they offer rewards according to the location of the user. Sometimes users in Europe or America get higher rewards for doing the same tasks than people for Africa. So some people they download virtual private network (VPN) software to take posts like them no dey for Africa. Plenty of the VPNs na malicious softwares. Them be because them they collect important data and personal information from the users who no go know wetin dey happen. Also, people they use clickbot software so that even overnight the software go dey tap for them, they generate points. Such softwares they usually dey very risky, Okonkwo talk. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) don't call off their nationwide strike. Both government and organized labor never reach final agreement on wetin go be the new minimum wage. Dem no also decide on the future of the electricity tariff wey government bin increase. After the Monday meeting, the parties involved in the negotiation say them go continue to hold talk on the matter. Nigeria government say them go consider to pay pass 60,000 naira, but them never sabi the final amount where them go pay. On Tuesday, the TUC president Festus Oshifo, after a joint extraordinary National Executive Council meeting of the union, say them go explain how far. Organized labor for Nigeria be say them go continue with the strike despite agreement where them reach with government on Monday night. The unions make the announcement on top their official X handle. Until we hear from our organs for our meeting we go hold on 4 June, we still dey on strike, the tweet talk. For the agreement, government agreed to pay higher than 60,000 naira, $42, as them be done propose as the new minimum wage, wey be double of the current 30,000 naira amount, where them they pay since 2019. Tori be say government called the meeting to quickly respond to the nationwide strike wey ground activities all over the country. Now the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero, and the president of the Trade Union Congress, Festus Oshifo, represent organized labor for the meeting. On the government side, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, and Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Nkeruka Oyejocha, and others, now them also signed the agreement on behalf of the federal government. The agreement say the president of Nigeria they committed to establishing a national minimum wage higher than 60,000 naira, and the tripartite committee go they meet daily for the next week to finalize an agreeable national minimum wage. Labour also agreed to immediately hold meetings of their organs to consider this new offer, and no worker go face victimization sake of say them involved for the strike. Before I end the tori, make una listen to the koko wey dey inside it again. NLC TUC suspend nationwide strike. Wetin go happen next? Tap swap, plenty danger dey inside tap to end crypto wey dey trend for Nigeria. This na the end of the tori. My name na Toyosi Adeshino.
TV, it's another edition of News Review. I am Odunayo Adelere, and with me in the studio this morning,
I'm Rochimi Olilua, son of the prophetess, the man. Where is Ambowike? I'm gonna take care of myself.
Yeah, welcome to today's edition.
Thanks for having me on the show.
I want to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Nopa. I want to say a very big thank you for always coming through for us anytime, any day. I want to also appreciate all our viewers out there who are always staying glued and tuned to Wisdom Yard Online TV. We appreciate you. We love you. I don't know what else to say, but we really appreciate you. You know how we do it on the show, bring to news and make it up. We want a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll discuss the one we feel we should discuss. But we will not be the only one talking about whatever we want to discuss today. You can also drop your opinion or your comments in the comment section while we discuss everything together. On Punch newspaper this morning, I have minimum wage. AGF tackles labor as NAS fails to stop strike. Toxicology. Mohbad's father weeps over US lab denial. Demand answers. Strike. Blackouts as workers shut down power grid. Shelve your strike. Please urges labor. Sending me to prison may trigger my supporters. Trump warns. On Vanguard newspaper, we have minimum wage. Full, health, schools, courts, banks, others will be grounded as strike begins today. Apprehension as federal government borrows 20.1 trillion naira under Tinubu. Nigeria in crisis due to botched economic reforms. Dele Oye. And on Daily Post newspaper we have Anambra police deploy operatives to stop labor strike. No division in presidency. Areva or Nonuga. So much in Ngelale. These are the news that made it to the top. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from Bashir Commercial Break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. They deal with Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Co, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Flusher, and Herbal Energy Powder, whichever you need. You can send a DM or call the number 070-1010-8549. You can also be a sponsor of this show as well. So the first one I have, you know, we are actually dealing with NLC today. NLC is the one on point.
On point, yes.
They are the one to be talked about.
They're
now,
the top of the town now.
Strike. Blackout as workers shut down power grid.
You see, let me tell you this. I believe the federal government should have tried as much as possible to see what they can do at least to avert this strike. Do you know how long they have been meeting? That their meeting went in deadlock.
4 times.
4 times, almost, even more than that.
It
You know
was
how
4
long.
times.
And this set of people have given them enough chance. They have given enough chances for them at least to repent of their action. And still, nothing else happened. When you see a leader that is selfish, I'm sorry to have used that language, a leader that is always after what myself. At the end of it doesn't work like that. I don't know why African leaders are always like that. I don't know why they're always like that.
See, when NLC wanted to begin strike, the least person I was expecting to come out and talk is actually those that are in charge of our electricity. Because even without strike, we still have blackout.
Not to talk of when the strike is on.
Blackout as the workers shut down power grid. Please, when did you even give us the lights that you are shutting down? Now, the Transmission Company of Nigeria has announced the complete shutdown of Nigeria's power grid by labor unions as the strike by the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress begins today, 3rd of June 2024. NLC and TC commenced the nationwide industrial action on Monday in protest against the 60,000 naira minimum wage proposal of the federal government. Announcing the shutdown of the national power grid in a statement issued on Monday morning by TCN spokesperson Ndidi Oba, the transmission firm said the action was deliberately done by the workers. The statement was titled "Grid Shutdown. Union deliberately shuts down the national grid." It's not as if the national grid collapsed. The way they used to come out to tell us that national grid
collapsed. But the union came out this time around.
They came to shut it down.
There's enough electricity there that will go round.
You know, a lot of people are actually affected today alone. We have the airports.
Yes, shut down.
The courts
shut
for
down.
as many that they are sentenced, their date to be sentenced has been adjourned to 3rd of June. They have to take them back to the
remand. Well, on that issue is a pity on that side that those people that are supposed to receive their judgment today has to be taken back, because the day they got the judgment was the day they start their sentence. So let me say it's a pity on them. But the only thing I always see on this program was that Iran, when you see Iran inside the square hole, it doesn't fit. I believe the president knows the condition of the country before coming out to context. Except if the president was just coming out to mark the register in the history of Nigeria.
Sir, he said it himself. He said he has taken enough time to access Nigeria very well, and he knows exactly. If
he knows exactly what the problem of Nigeria
lies.
I don't think he knows where the problem lies, because if he knows where the problem lies, I believe by now some of the problem would have been solved. If they are coming out to say, okay, taking the first subsidy is one of the things that is administrative have achieved so far, what about the coerce that it has caused in the faces of Nigeria? And people were shouting here and there that there is hunger and famine over the land. You said it's left for you. You don't have anything to say about that.
Obviously, he will say he does not have anything to say about it because he's less concerned about what the poor masses are going through. Because he came out with really 2023 and told us that, don't worry, I have sat down for about 20 years or so to
he
sit down.
He said 30 years that he has been serving there.
No, he's not even serving alone. He said, I sat down and I assessed the problem of Nigerians, and I see that it is high time I stood up to come and see that, yes, I can provide proper solution to the problem Nigerians are facing. But since he came on board, sir, should I say he created problems or he solved the problem?
He created problem upon problem.
More problems are still coming up. So what did you sit down to access for your 30 years?
I was so amazing when the wife was reading the first speech. I was so amazing, and I was laughing. I was laughing when the woman said we did not need Nigerian money to enrich ourselves.
We have our own money.
We will spend almost 16 to 20 years at the Senate House collecting salary there, and you said you have your own money. Where did you get the money from?
The letter reads in part, the Transmission Company of Nigeria hereby informs the general public that the labor union has shut down the national grid, resulting in blackouts nationwide. The national grid shutdown occurred at about 2:19 a.m. this morning, June 3rd, 2024. At about 1:15 a.m. this morning, the Benin transmission operator under the Independent System Operation Unit of TCN reported that all operators were driven away from the control room, and the staff that resisted were beaten, while some were wounded in the course of forcing them out of their control room. Without any form of control or supervision, the Benin Area Control Center was brought to zero. And I don't think it is only Benin alone that is actually facing this blackout. Everybody in Nigeria already facing the blackout.
Everybody in Nigeria are facing blackout because when you say you are talking about Benin, before the strike went on, I think the strike started, okay, let's say
12 o'clock today.
12 o'clock for the past 2, 3, 4 days now. Where is the electricity? The electricity that they will just bring, you within 2 seconds or 3 seconds, you see the electricity off again.
Sir, it's not 2 days, 3 days ago. Our light in Nigeria is epileptic. It's today, tomorrow. You can have light today, and for the next 1 month, you might not have light.
And now, at the end of the day, they will still bring bill for you to come and pay for what you did not.
I don't see these electricity people as there's a saying in my dad that there's somebody that will want to roast before.
No, that you are just rubbing his body with oil.
To make it easier. So they just see it as an opportunity to come out and say yes.
You see, when Adelabu was the Minister of Power came out, I was so baffled and I was so wondered, and I began to imagine the future of this country with this bunch of liars that we have sitting at the upper seat. When Adelabu came out to begin to differentiate some set of people on band A, some set of people on band B.
A to F.
Are we not the same Nigerians?
No. See, sir.
So some set of people has been specified for a certain...
When it comes to some things in Nigeria, we are not one Nigeria. We just come out and say peace and unity. Thank God they changed the anthem. They took us to the old new one. If you check the old new one, we still have what is still saying one Nigeria. In brotherhood.
Yes, they always say it's one Nigeria. When it comes to sharing or when it comes to benefits, it's not one Nigeria.
It's not one Nigeria.
They takes what rightfully belongs to the poor before giving the remnants to the poor to go and share.
I believe Nigeria will work out for good because as it is now, all we just have to do now is...
Adelabu came out to tell the old Nigerians that because the electricity tariff that we are paying
is cheap,
that is why we have deep freezer at home. God.
Still on that minimum wage, the strike that is looming, AGF tackles labor as NAS fails to stop strike. See, there's a saying that I usually say, there is no how you chase a goat. If it gets to the wall, it's going to turn back.
Yes.
And look at the person that
you see, this AGF that is coming out to say, I don't know who gave them the thought. I believe a lot of people, some of them will just come out for the president to for the president to know that they are doing nothing but they are on the side of the president. For him to have come out, he didn't tackle or to query when this senator set aside some amount of money to buy some jeep.
This jeep, yes sir, I want you to get something right. They've actually purchased that jeep before coming out to tell us that.
They didn't come against it. Why do we have hunger in the land? Why we have the country being disarray? Why the country is unstable? We have instability in the surface of the country. Why the senator voted that they needed this car because of the bad roads we have in Nigeria. These AGFs are not coming out to tackle. They are not coming out to oppose it. Now, this set of people are demanding, do you know what they pay for a single senator for his own newspaper per month? Almost roughly 1.2 million naira for a newspaper of a single senator. How many senators do we have? How many honorable house representatives do we have? Now, this set of people are demanding 494,000 naira, and you said that money is too much. How much? Before you people came on board, before Baba Lukan came on board, how much was the price of rice then that we were shouting that everybody was in the sari? 22,000 naira then, during the period of Muhammadu Buhari. Now, a bag of rice is nothing less than 85,000 naira per bag. What will 60,000 naira do? You that are sitting, you the senators that were being given some jeep, if you are offered 60,000 naira, what will 60,000 naira do in your family within a month? You have food, you have electricity allowance, you have wardrobe allowance, you have petrol allowance. Fueling the car is free of charge. Now, for you, would you take the offer of 60,000 naira as your own salary per month? Why people were coming out? I don't know why our senators are so wicked.
I don't know how we even got here in Nigeria. Now the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi-San, has faulted the organized labor over the nationwide strike it's about starting today, which has already started. Fagbemi, in a letter to the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress leaders dated June 1st, 2024, insisted that the strike over the no minimum wage was a violation of a subsisting national industrial court order restraining the union from grounding the nation through the strike action. The AGF said this as a meeting convened by the National Assembly leaders on Sunday night failed to achieve its objectives following the NLC and TUC's insistence on going ahead with today's strike. The meeting, which was presided over by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, was attended by the NLC's President, Joe Ajaero, and TUC counterpart, Festus Oshifo. And after the meeting and they got to a deadlock that they could not reach a conclusion, Festus Oshifo and Joe Ajaero came out to tell the pressman that nothing whatsoever is going to stop us from embarking on the strike.
Because they have been given the warning. They have been given the warning. You know, it comes to a stage where they begin to abuse Joe Ajaero as if we have collected some amount of money from the federal government. That is the reason why he was playing. They believe he was playing anti-party.
While I said that, somebody actually came and the person gave me a good example. He said, when something happens, you don't just jump into conclusion of calling the police officers. There would have been something that you've been doing. Once you see that that thing is not working, that's when you now resolve into saying you want to invite in the police. So now, they know if we jump into strike, they won't then, at the end of the day, they may actually fault us. Did you discuss anything with them? And I think they've tried enough. First time, second time, third time. So if they now keep on doing as if we are playing toys, we are playing games.
Don't you see a video that went viral? A woman that was also in the meeting talking back to the honorable members.
Yes.
Honorable members that you are nothing but a worthless people that you call yourself representing us or representing your pocket. We voted you because of the masses. You are there. You said you wanted to go there and serve the masses because you know the kind of pain that we are going through. Don't you know the amount of salary that you people collected per month?
Not even their salaries alone. Let's just say Nigeria, a president just emerged as the president of Nigeria, and the president says, henceforth, House of Senate, House of Representative members, nobody will be collecting allowance apart from their salary. Do you think people will want to?
They will not want to go to there. Nobody will want to go there. Nobody will want to go there. Recently, I saw one of the video. I think Congo wanted to hold a day summit. I don't know who swear for this Africa. I don't know why we have arrived on this. You see, the video, the man was analyzing that when they wanted to go for that summit, just a day summit, they go to the extent of buying 100 pieces of Sanjeev. Not because of those people that are coming from different countries, that they will be enable them to go and carry them from the airport
so they will not
down to their hotel room. 100 Sanjeev. Now the summit has gone. The 100 jeeps, Sanjeevs were there. The president himself has almost 4 Sanjeevs. Why the senators, the honorable members of rep also have their Sanjeevs, at least two pieces of it. Now this 100 Sanjeevs, if you look at the amount of money that was used in purchasing this Sanjeev, that amount of money at least will establish nothing less than 20 factories where their indigene can have a better job and a better salary.
You know, one thing that is actually paining me about Nigeria is that we tend to take some people's
loyalty, welfare.
No, their welfareism for granted. Now, when the House of Senate were about to sign the 90 billion naira money for art, we didn't hear all this.
Nobody heard.
The only thing we heard
was that 90 billion naira was used
and these
to
people,
support.
It's not as if they worked for the federal government. You just supported 90 billion.
That is the reason why you see.
People that are sweating.
Yes.
You cannot even sign their.
That is the reason why the religion leaders cannot come out to say anything against this set of people.
They can't, obviously. Now, those that are in the Mecca, those that are in Hajj, are now telling us that the federal government is not fulfilling their promises. That they said they were going to give us $500 each, but now they give us $200 each. How do we do it? After they signing 90 billion naira into a bill for you, and you still come and want to do what you are doing, it is not supposed to be.
Do you know that 90 billion naira in the face of paying salary of these workers? Do you know how many is going to pay? When you people wanted to go ahead and sign, when you wanted to go and give to this set of people, nobody was involved. Nothing like hearing, nothing like reading. Let me give kudos to one of these younger senators that was in the Senate chamber. He came out to say when this new national anthem was introduced, he said, this is not what we need at this point in time. What we need, the Nigerians are hungry. Reverting to the old national anthem, are we going to go back to the price of
how much dollar was while we were singing that anthem?
What was the petrol price? Instead of bringing out this, instead of signing 90 billion naira into giving to this premium, why don't you use the money to go and complete the refinery? Let the refinery work. At least the fuel price will still come down for the average Nigerian, for them to be able to live or to enjoy the benefit of this
we tend government. To live Nigeria, see Nigeria as a country whereby we tend to, the one we are supposed to do first, we put it as the last. And the one that we're supposed to do as the last, we put it as the first. Of all the problems that we're facing in Nigeria, the first thing the presidency has a priority is to change the national anthem back to when we're still... How did we get here? How did we get here? I just hope they will not. This will not come to a stage whereby they will cajole the NLC.
Maybe let's say we don't know what we don't really know what is in the mind of the president. Let's say okay, maybe the president was trying to bring Nigerian back to the old system. You know, it was a renew hope agenda. Okay. That is what he said when he came on board.
Okay. All right. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stopped. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
it is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa Abals. That the last but not the least, say no division in presidency. Arriva or Nonuga so much in Gilali. The body of the news says the special advisor of President Bola Tinubu on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, has said there is no division or confusion among the ranks of the presidential spokesperson. Ngelale made this disclosure in an interview on TVC's Politics on Sunday, monitored by Daily Post. At first, when Tinubu was out campaigning for presidency, I hear Bayo Ononuga often. Any small thing, they tend to mention Bayo Ononuga's name. But all of a sudden, when he emerged as the president of Nigeria, we tend to hear Ajuri Ngelale. We just hear Bayo Ononuga once in a while.
Once in a while.
I questioned myself. I said, hope it's not that they are trying to relieve this man of his service.
Yes.
But now, Ajuri Ngelale has come out to clarify the air. There is no confusion whatsoever. There are different people with different posts that they are holding.
Yeah, they are holding.
Ajuri Ngelale is for media and publicity.
Yes.
Bayo Ononuga is also a spokesperson in the area where he's supposed to face, and he's facing it judiciously.
So for him not to have been coming out to say anything, that doesn't mean...
He hasn't gotten to his turn to talk.
Yes, exactly.
In Ngelale, they recall that on May 28, two separate statements were issued by Ngelale and Bayo Ononuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, about the President's activities marking his 1 year in office. That is Bayo Ononuga coming out to say the President is going to address the House of Assembly. And Ononuga coming out to say no, he's not going to address them. Now, while addressing the situation, Ngelale Ajuri said he's saddened by some of the commentary attempting to create confusion and division within the office of the president. I have been really saddened by some of the commentary attempting to create confusion and division in respect to me and a very respected elder colleague, Bayo Ononuga. I want to be very clear that when I was somewhere in primary school, Ononuga was risking his life fighting against murderous oppressors on the street of Lagos. That's what he will say now. He was defending the rights of Nigerians to be able to vote. Anybody trying to create the impression that I see myself as on par or equal with him should stop the conversation. Ononuga is somebody I revere a lot, the presidential spokesperson talk. So if we were to look at it critically too, in a layman person, you will think there is confusion.
Confusion, yes,
because the two of you are related to you. It's not as if before one person should come out to talk.
So at least in house before somebody comes out, at the end of the day, another person will come out and say, okay, what my colleagues have just said is not like that. So automatically there is a confusion in the house.
Bayo Onanuga came out in the morning to say the president is going to address the House of Assembly on the 29th of May, which he said on 28th. Ajuri Gilade came out in the evening and said there is nothing like that. So in a layman person, a layman thinking, you will sit down and think probably there is a coalition happening in their camp, which is not supposed. So I will just urge all those that are in the government parastatals
to do their own work before coming out to say anything.
This one is not even, it doesn't even concern whatever happens in your cabal. I am less concerned. But stop confusing the poor masses.
Yes.
We have a lot of things that is actually confusing us already. Not now bringing out another information that we have to verify.
Because when he came out in the morning to say the president is going to
address the House of Assembly.
The House of Assembly, everybody was at the tip of their seat.
Yes, to hear what he's going to say. Okay, probably he may want to give the details of the record of what he has done in the past 1 year so far. So when in the evening when this guy also came out and said, okay, the president is no longer going to address the National Assembly. Okay, everybody was saying, wow, what is going on? Within the period of 1 year, I believe the president should be able to come out to say about his achievement so far. I watched a video where yesterday, I watched a news yesterday where Fubara, Simlaye Fubara was holding his Thanksgiving in 1 year in church that he didn't believe he could spend up to a year based on what's happening in the state that, okay, presently this is achievement so far within the period of that 1 year. Despite the fact there was trials and troubles and tribulation in the face of River State, he still actually comes out to celebrate the 1 year with some of his achievement. So if the president is not coming out to tell the whole Nigeria, the only thing they could tell Nigeria is that the best thing the president has done was to have removed the full subsidy. What are the other things that are attached to it? By shocking the whole Nigerian, hiking the electricity tariff, go to the market and see how people are lamenting both day and night on the food price. Before we say bye on those show, I think what Tinubu did is actually a good one. He knows that everybody saw what he did. So if he comes out to say one thing or the other, people might actually raise standard against that. Then this thing you are saying is a lie. We all saw what you did and it is glaring. So he does not need to come out to start telling us or start reading it in the paper that this is what I've done in the past 1 year. We know he removed the full subsidy. We know he removed, there was hike in price. We know everything. So Tinubu not coming out. But one thing I just want them to do is they need to do their field work checked very well and stop confusing the poor masses. It is enough. We are in confusion already. So they should not add to our state of confusion. We've come to the end of the show today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. On our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our YouTube. And you can also join us on our WhatsApp at 070-1010-8549. Till we come again on your screen, be happy and be good. Bye for now.
Oh, this one that God is telling us to make sacrifice. Chumbo wa Jenny. Is he coming down to eat them? Me, I cannot waste my harvest, yo. I will now give it to somebody. Go possible. Me on short there. Me will be to me. She let my fool. Let me only fool you. This one cannot be wasted. A word to boy. Look at this fool. I too know. So gullible. No common sense. Can he eat this fat ram? bàbá mi gan kì í ṣe irú ọ̀dẹ̀ báyìí lẹ́yìn kó bí tẹ̀lé mi. Just look at him.
Cain, please come and help me to carry the ram for the sacrifice. It is too heavy.
Abel, can't you say I'm also busy here? You are too greedy and foolish. Why can't you pick the one you can carry? Or there, amukumeko. Choropala unjeroni.
I will mind my business. I will carry it by myself.
It's better. Or the aponu ole olójú kòkòrò.
Why are you angry? And why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door. And its desire is for you, but you should rule over it.
Cain, why are you angry? I have brought you some food. You should be tired by now. Come and eat.
I said you should take your food away. I'm not eating.
Where is your brother?
I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? Am I his keeper?
What have you